All right, hello and good morning. We're getting started here with some review. Remember, some of you are going to be testing on Friday. I'm going to let you know tomorrow. I'll have a list of names. But for today, let's take a look here. The rest of you will be testing online. Take a look here. DA is going backwards. Okay, notice the pattern. So you have to go backwards. So the answer is going to be segment O, L. Make sure you follow the same pattern that they follow. Angle C is this one, the third one, so it's got to be angle N. Angle R is nowhere to be found, so we're going to say missing in action, not there. All right, name all the sides and all the angles. Well, you're going to do the first two is congruent to the first two. The second two is congruent to the second two. The last two is congruent to the last two. And finally, the first and last is congruent to the first and last. And you know you got to put segments up here, okay? In the angles, you're going to say A is congruent to L, the first one. B is congruent to M. C is congruent to N. And D, the last one, is congruent to angle O. And of course, you got to put the angle symbols. All right, and that's how you do that. Let me make this just a tad smaller. All right, on a new sheet of paper, what I want you to do, name 7 ways to prove triangles congruent. Well, there's side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and then you got the right triangles have an additional one called hypotenuse leg, 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 and leg angle. Make sure you know all 7 of these. On a new sheet of paper, copy down that problem right there. All right, make sure you read your directions. This is on your test. I made the numbers easier, but they're congruent. So if they're congruent, angle Y would be 90 degrees, same as this one. This one would be 50 degrees, same as that one. M would be 5, and N would be 3. I mean, that's real easy. Don't miss out. All right, copy this one down. All right, again, this is on your practice test, and I'm going to give it to you in a minute. All right, so look here. It says QS. QS is the first and the last, so it should be equal to TB. And that's what they have, QS and TB. So you're going to set them equal to each other. So 3V plus 2 is equal to this one. And then you got to work it out. Go ahead and work that out right now. You're going to subtract 3V from both sides, because that's smaller. So you're going to get 4V minus 6. You're going to add 6 to this and get 8. And then divide by 4 and get 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. All right, copy this one down. This one's on your test. This is called an exterior angle. Okay, now look. This is an isosceles triangle. So this bottom angle here will be the same as this one. So right here you want to put 5x minus 30 on the bottom. You know that every line is equal to 180. So you're going to say 5x minus 30 plus 5x is equal to 180 degrees, which is a line. And then you got to add these up and get 10x minus 30. And then what you're going to do is add 30 and then divide by 10. All right, I'm going to give you your practice test. Today you're going to work on your own. Tomorrow I'll answer all your questions. Friday you guys will start testing. Have a good morning. Your practice test, by the way, is right here. If you can't be with me, it's also on Canvas, and it's right here on video. So I give it to you a lot of different ways. How many ways? A lot of different ways. Okay? You can pause the video. Remember, I expect you to be the best you can be, and that means you really need to try. Okay? Some of you need to step it up a little bit. Let me say that again. Some of you need to step it up a little bit. And there are the answers. All right, hope this helps you. Let's talk now about MCR class. So parents, if your son or daughter is in geometry, well, you don't want to do this unless you want them to do some extra work. And there are some students who actually might. Take a look here. I want you to graph this. Well, to graph it, you're going to use your y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your y-intercept. Your slope is 1 over 1. So you're going to go up 1, over 1. And this one is going to look like that. This one, you're going to go down 1. So that's your y-intercept. Your slope is down and then to the right 1. So down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right 1. Your solution is going to be somewhere in the second quadrant. That's where they hit. This one right here, I'm going to use substitution. I'm going to take all of that and substitute in place of that y. So negative 3x minus 2 is equal to 2x plus 7. Draw a line. I would add 3x because it's actually smaller. So I'm going to get a negative 2 is equal to 5x plus 7. And now I'm going to add 7 to this, or rather subtract 7. That's going to give me a negative 9. This is going to be kind of nasty here because it's a negative. Oh well. All right, so that's your x right here. And then you're going to take that and plug it right here to get your y. Now I would change that to a decimal. 9 divided by 5 might be an easy decimal. So 9 divided by 5 is going to be 1.8. So I would use negative 1.8, and that's okay. That's actually nicer. And then multiply and do what you got to do to get y. All right, your assignment here is, today you're going to work the practice test on your own. Now if I see you looking up and looking around, then you know what that tells me? You're not working. Okay? And remember, if you're not working, you're subject to a detention. And certainly 3 zeros will get you there. All right? But some people might be on the fast track. So make sure you're working quietly. Friday, some of you are going to be working in class. And some of you will be doing it online. And I'll have a list of names. All right, so have a good morning, and here it is, and I'll see you in class.